Hello Internet! So nice to see you! Today we see how to make a very simple chord progression, a 1 to 4 in major or in minor, sound great with just minimal modifications of the chords involved. 1 to 4 is one of the most common progressions ever. In C major, 1 to 4 it's C to F. And in C minor, 1 to 4 it's C minor to F minor. It's hard to get any more basic than that, so how can we make this sound good? Well, first of all, let's establish a rule. We are not gonna add any more chords. We're not gonna put extra chords between C and F. We're using only C and F and making this chord change sound great. So how can we do it? We can do it by modifying slightly the C major chord. And there are many ways to do that. A first very simple way is to add a major 7th to the C chord. So we're gonna play C, C major 7, F. The major 7 on C is just a B note, but this B note makes a big difference. If you notice, we have this interesting line, the C note in the C chord, then the B note in the C major 7 chord, and the C note in the F chord, and you can totally hear that. Now, this is incredibly simple, so it's easy to overlook it and underestimate it. But one of the most famous songs in history, Imagine by John Lennon, has exactly this chord progression and uses this exact trick. And if it worked for John Lennon, definitely it works for us. Another thing we can do is to add a dominant 7 instead to our C, so having C, C7, F. Now a dominant 7 is this B flat note, and as you can see, it creates a nice, interesting descending line from C, B flat, A, the A note being in F. I can also make this line chromatic by playing C, C major 7, C7, F. In minor, we can do something similar. The most obvious option is to add a 7th to the C minor chord, so that we have C minor 7, F minor. The descending line is harder to hear. It's this C, B flat, A flat. To make it even easier to hear, we can make the whole descending line chromatic, so we hit every note C, B, B flat, A, A flat. Which is a very interesting sound and quite an interesting elaboration considering we started from 2 chord C minor to F minor. Coming back to major, we can use the C chord in first inversion. What is that? It's simply the C chord with a base of E. I made a video about chords in first inversion that you may want to look at it if you don't know what they are. Anyway, it sounds this way. First we have C, then we have the C in first inversion, C base of E, then we have F. What the first inversion does is to smooth the bass line between C and F, as the bass line is C, E, F. We can also use the dominant 7th chord in C, having C, C7 with a base of E, F. How can we do that in minor? Well, we can use simply the first inversion of the C minor chord, C minor with a base of E flat. Again, the bass line is C, E flat, F in this case. We can make these more spicy by slightly cheating and making this chord a C dominant 7 instead. So we'll have C minor, C7 with a base of E, and then F minor. And in fact, this dominant 7 chord doesn't even need to be in first inversion to work in minor. We can just play C minor, C7, F minor. And it still works perfectly even if we are in minor. Another option is to use a C augmented chord instead. A C augmented is made by the notes C, E, G sharp. If we are back in C minor, we're gonna do simply C, C augmented, F. It's gonna sound this way. You can clearly hear the chromatic line G, G sharp, A that this chord progression produces. The augmented chord trick doesn't really work as well in minor, though you can still use it. It sounds this way. The chromatic line does not work as well as in major because G sharp is already the same note as A flat in the scale, but hey, if you like the sound of it, you can definitely use it. And also you have another chromatic line in this chord progression, which is E flat, E, and F. Again, your ears are the judge here. If you like it, use it. If you don't like it, don't use it. Now, those are all super simple options, but they make a very simple chord progression like C, F or C minor, F minor sound much more interesting and much more professional if you want. This shows you that it really pays to know the basic of music theory, even those super simple things, because they can make anything sound good. If you want to know more about those super simple things, I suggest you have a look at the course Complete Chord Mastery. In this course, which is not a book, it's a complete video course about chords and harmony on guitar, we go and we learn from the basics all those super simple things, all those tricks that make everything sound better. And then we cover also very advanced topics that can make you sound even better. Like the name says, it's a complete course, and it will definitely help you make everything you write and everything you play sound better. If you like this video, smash that like button and don't forget to click on subscribe. And if you really liked it, share this video on all your social media, let your friends know. This is Tommaso Zillia on musictheoryforguitar.com, and until next time, enjoy!